Right, okay, so we are now on lesson 6 of your brass lessons. So what we're going to be doing on our 6th lesson is we're going to be learning to play a new piece of music which is called Mr Cool. So we'll get to that just a little bit later on in the lesson, but first it's always important to do a warm-up. So we're going to actually do the 2 warm-ups that we've done in our lesson so far. We're going to be doing the call and response rhythms on the mouthpiece, and we're going to also be doing the aeroplane buzzing that we did last time as well. Okay, so the rhythms, remember, are the patterns of sounds that we make, and the aeroplane warm-up is when we change the pitch and we go from low to high and high to low. Okay, now when we're doing the rhythms, always important to do that, use that technique we've learnt, which is tongue behind the teeth, isn't it? Tonguing. Always use your tongue behind the top teeth to produce the sounds, okay? That's important. So what we're going to do is learn a new rhythm. So first of all, we've learnt 2 rhythms that we don't copy back. We don't repeat the rhythms on the mouthpiece, do we? We actually sing the words back instead. So one of the rhythms was this one. Can you remember? That was don't play this one back. Then we had another one that went like this. So hopefully you went rain on the green grass. Okay, so here's a third rhythm, a special rhythm that you don't copy. And what I want you to do for this one, I want you to say some words again and do an action. So it goes, tap this one on your knee. Okay, so I do want you to tap that one on your knee. So just listen to the rhythm again. This one on your knee. Right, let's see how we do. So I'm going to buzz a rhythm and you need to work out whether you need to copy it back or whether it's one of those special rhythms that you have to then sing back instead or do an action as well. Yeah? Right, let's see how we do. My turn. That last one was tap this one on your knee. Okay, good try. We'll have another go, so we'll practice again. So I will be using some or all of those special rhythms, okay? So just listen very carefully. Well done if you went tap this one on your knee. Well done if you managed to get that the last rhythm there. Good, excellent. Right, so we'll move on now to doing the warm-up that we make an aeroplane sound to. So I'm going to do a pitch shape, a bit like last time. I want you then to copy it back as best you can. All right, so listen very carefully to how the pitch changes. Remember, if we're doing a low pitch, we need nice relaxed lips and more of a sad face, okay, and blowing out quite gently. And then as we make the pitch go higher, that's when we have to start blowing the air out harder and faster and squeezing the corners here and smiling, okay? And also we talked about that muscle here as well last time, didn't we? Can anybody remember what that muscle's called? It begins with a D. It is the diaphragm. So try and use that diaphragm muscle as well. Push down and really use it to tense up the muscle to help you support those sounds, okay? Right, let's see how we do. So I'm going to go first and you can copy it after me. Okay, listen carefully. My turn. Good, good, well done. Well done. Right, so what we've done there, we've warmed up the lip muscles by changing the pitch. We've also warmed up our tongue as well by doing those rhythms as well. So two different things there, and that's really useful if you can try now to do a little bit of tonguing as well as changing the pitch, and that's going to really help you with your changing pitch on the instrument, okay? And doing all these different things is going to really help with your sound on the instrument, okay? Right, so what we're going to be doing next is we're going to actually start to practice our Mr Cool song, okay? Now, if you want to do your call and response C, D and E warm-up that we do, you can do that by all means by using a different version from another lesson, but today we're going to actually move on to doing the song. Now, it has a different note in it. So we've got a new note in this song, and your C, D and E that we did in our previous songs still uses C, D and E, but we have an addition of another note as well. Okay, so I'm just going to show you the note, and it sits in the middle of the bottom two lines. It sits in the bottom space. So we do have notes sitting on lines, and we have notes sitting in the space as well, in between the lines, okay? So this is in the bottom space. And you may already know what this note is, okay? So if you think about how we've been working from low to high, and we did the C, then the D, then the on the line E, and then now we've got to the, you may have said F, which is correct if you did say F. So this is your note F, okay? It sits in the bottom space. You could call it bottom space F, okay? So your F note, to play that, you have to push down your first valve, just the first valve. All right, so if you can now pick up your instrument and place your mouthpiece in like we've done, give it a little twist to push it in. I just want you to push down your first valve for me. So valve number 1 is the one closest to you. Yeah, the valve nearest to you, not the one at the end near the bell, the one nearest to you. And use your first finger, your pointing finger, to press down valve number 1. Okay, so that's the valve we need to push down. I wonder if anybody already knows if this note is higher or lower in pitch than the notes we've done, looking at where it was on that stave. Where do you think, higher or lower? You're right if you said it's higher. So it's the next note in order from low to high. So remember, we started with our low C, didn't we? Which is Do, C, D, E, F. So this is called the far sign, far hand sign. So it's downward pointing thumb, and it comes after me. So we've got me, far, okay? And this is what we call F. So far begins with an F. That might help you remember that the far sign starts with the letter F, and that's the note F that we play on our instrument, okay? So you now know what the sign looks like, and I've told you which valve it is you have to push down, and we said it's higher in pitch, so therefore we're going to need to tighten up the lips in the corners a bit more and just blow the air through a little bit stronger as well to get that note. Right, so we're going to have a little practice at all 4 notes that we've been doing so far. So we're starting with the lowest, which is C. Have a listen to this one. So, like we've done in the past, I really want you to try and take a really deep breath and blow the note for as long as you can. So it's a good idea just to pause the video now and practice your note C and maintain that same pitch as, if you can, nice and straight, and see if you can blow the note as long as you possibly can. Off you go. Okay, so hopefully you'd paused it before, because I'm going to continue now. So we're going to now move on to our next note, which is D. 1 and 3 is a D. This is how it sounds. So again, can you try now to get your note as long as you can? Remember, you're breathing in through your mouth, aren't you? Always breathing through the mouth, filling up your lungs with air, and then blowing the air through nice and steady so you get a lovely long sound. So try the note D now. Pause the video. Okay, so I hope you've done some practice on your D. We're moving on to E next. Okay, 1 and 2 close to you for an E. Just make sure that you're getting that sound E when you play your note now. So pause and have a go at that one. And finally, the new note that we've just learnt. So note F, valve number 1. Okay, it's the far hand sign, and this is how it sounds. So just that little bit higher in pitch, 1 step higher, and you get an F. Can you try and sing that note for me? Okay, good. So it's always a good idea to practice singing, which we've been doing in our lessons. That will really help you with the pitch. If you can hear that pitch in your mind, try and hear it in your head. That helps you to pitch it correctly. So pause again and have a go at the F note now. Right, so I'm hoping you've practiced all 4 notes there. And as I said, try and make sure that you go from low to high. So when we go up in order like that, there is a word we use in music. It can be going up or it can be coming down. Think about going up the stairs step by step or coming down the stairs step by step. There is a word in music beginning with an S to describe that. Does anyone know what it is? It's called the scale. So in music, a scale is when we go either up or down in stepwise motion. So like we've just done there, going from C, D, E and F, going up in step or coming down in step. Okay, so that will be a scale in music. Right, so what I'd like you to do now is to get your music sheet ready, if you can. If not, you can be using the one that I have here to show you. So the Mr. Cool music looks like this. Okay, so we have got the notes that we've learned to play in this song. We've got the 4 notes C, D, E and F. Now we also have some little squiggly symbols as well, quite a lot of them actually throughout the music. And you may already know what that is. What I'm going to do, like I've done before, is I'm going to demonstrate the music. I'm going to play it all the way through to the end. Try and follow it as best you can. Use your finger to point to the notes, and then I will be asking some questions. See if you can answer. I know you're talking to me, which is on a recording, which may seem odd, but do try and answer the questions that I'm asking you about the music at the end. Right, so I'm going to play you Mr. Cool. So make sure you're looking at your music sheet, okay, and having a listen. Right, so I wonder if you notice what these symbols mean. So you may have noticed there that I wasn't playing there at all. So they are silent beats and they are called rests. And now we did some rests in our Au Clair de la Lune music, didn't we, last time? But these look different, these rests. These are just little squiggly rests. So what I'm going to do is just show you on the card, okay, that it looks like so. Whoops, sorry, I got it the wrong way around. It looks like so. Okay, that's your rest. Now, if you look at the note on the other side, we've done this note, haven't we? This is your crotchet note, or a T note. And we said how many beats for this one? Hopefully you remembered it's 1 beat. So if this note is 1 beat, how long a rest? This is a 1 beat rest. It's called a crotchet rest. So last time we did a minim rest, which was for 2 beats. Okay, the minim rest looked like this. All right, but this crotchet rest is different. It's like a little squiggle, isn't it? So the crotchet rest, as you can see on your music sheet, it does have the numbers 2, 3, 4 above each rest to demonstrate, to count the beats 2, 3, 4. So what I'm going to just show you today as well is that at the beginning here, when you have this 4, 4 here, this symbol, which is a time signature, this is telling us how many beats we have per bar, in each bar. So the bars are broken down because we have the lines here. So in each bar we have 4 beats, just like when we were doing our 4-beat rhythms. There are 4 beats to count in every bar. Okay, so you can actually work out the number of beats just by adding them together. So we've got a cream and another cream, and a cream is 2 beats. So we've got a 2-beat note and another 2-beat note, and that added together makes 4, doesn't it? And then we have 1 beat here for the T, and we've got 3 rests left, haven't we? So that adds up to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 beats in every single bar of the music. And that will help you. If you ever see the symbol 4/4, the time signature there, that tells you that you have 4 beats to count in each bar, okay? 4 crotchet beats, 4 of these in each bar. Right, so we're going to have a little practice at playing it in just a moment. Before we do, like we've done before, we're just going to have a go at clapping and the rhythm and then singing the notes as well, all right? So what I'd like you to do first is just work out for me on your first little pattern, your first pattern or your first little rhythm here, what to clap for that. So remember to think in tea and cream. So what do we have? Is our first note a tea or a cream? It is a cream, and then another cream, and then a tea. So just try and clap that for me now if you can. Well done if you went cream, cream, tea. That would be how we would clap it, okay? Because a cream is lasting for 2, isn't it? So it's cream, cream, tea. So I'll clap it, you copy after me. Cream, cream, tea. Good, excellent. So if you have a little look at what we have next, is this the same rhythm? Is it the same pattern? Is it also cream, cream, tea? It is, isn't it? It's the same rhythm. Now I know there's a change in the note, but it's the same rhythm. It uses cream, cream, tea every single time. So the notes change, the pitch changes. In other words, the tune will sound different on each time you play, but the rhythm stays the same, okay? Because we have the same pattern of notes each time. 2 creams and 1 tea. Right, so we're going to have a little practice at playing. So what we're going to do, to sing it first, my fault. We're going to sing the patterns first. So pattern number 1, if we just have a little practice at our hand signs. So we've got 2 C's and then a D. So this is how it sounds, and I want you to copy it after me. It goes C, C, D. Can you copy back? Good. Here's the second pattern, and copy after me. C, C, E. Third pattern, C, C, D. Your turn. Fourth pattern, C, E, F. Good, so out of those 4 patterns that we've just sang there, which 2 are the same? So the 2 that are the same are C, C, D, the first pattern, and also the third pattern here is also exactly the same in the rhythm and in the notes and in the pitch. They're exactly the same, aren't they? Okay, right, so get your cornet, so your trumpet's ready. I'm going to play each pattern and I'd like you to try and repeat it back on your instruments, okay? I'm hoping by now that we're more confident with our notes and with our fingers. Okay, so the first one is C, C, D. In fact, sing that back first, shall we? I'll do that first. C, C, D. Can you sing it back? Good. Make sure you're doing your fingers. C, C, E. Your turn. My turn. C, C, D. And the last one goes C, E, F. Good, and if you can keep your first valve down when you go from the E to the F, then that makes it a lot easier, and it's a good changeover from one note to the next if you keep that first finger down. So we're going to see if we can play the notes now. So after me, ready and play. C, C, D. My turn. Ready, play. My turn. Ready, play. My turn. Your turn. That's it. Good. Well done. Well done. So let's have a go at playing from the beginning and playing all those 4 patterns that we've just practiced and linking them all together. And what I need you to remember is to be thinking in your mind 2, 3, 4 for the rest in between each pattern. Okay, now I'm going to click it so you'll be able to hear it, and I will say the rest out loud as well, just to help you with it to start with. So you'll hear me say 2, 3, 4 in the rest, and that's where you don't need to play. Okay, so let's give it a go from the beginning. Okay, you don't actually need to say the rest out loud. If you can just think them in your mind, you concentrate on playing the notes. So after a count of 4 from the beginning, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. That's it. Good, excellent. So what I'll do now is I'll put the backing track on, and I want you to just play those first 4 patterns along to the backing track, and then I'll stop the track there when we get to the F, just after the F. So you're going to try and do it yourself, okay? I'm not going to be playing along with you this time, so you see if you can play the notes to the backing track. And again, you'll have an introduction first before you need to play. Excellent. Right, so that's the first half of the song there that you practice, and as I've said earlier, you can always pause and practice that again, or practice it a little bit slower if you need to. That's fine, but we are going to move on to the next part of the song now. Okay, so all those 4 patterns that you just played there, what do they all have in common? Did you notice they all had something in common? And I'll give you a clue. Look at the starting note. It's a big clue. So they all start with a C. Now if you look at the next 4 patterns, what do we notice about those? They now all start on an E. So we're now higher in pitch for the next 4 patterns, and we're starting the patterns on an E note instead of a C note. So what we'll do is we'll first of all have a go at singing the hand signs. Okay, I will sing it, and if you can repeat it back like we did before. So we're starting with me for the E note. Okay, we're going to be singing 2 E's and an F. So I will sing it, and then you copy back after me. E, E, F. Copy back. My turn. E, E, D. My turn. E, E, F. My turn. E, D, C. That's it. That's it, good. Excellent. So just like we talked about with the first 4 patterns, and we said there was 2 that were exactly the same in pitch and rhythm, which 2 are exactly the same here? Can you see which ones? So hopefully you notice that it is, again, it's the first pattern starting on an E, and the 3rd pattern that goes E, E, F. That's also repeated here as well, isn't it? So that comes twice. Right, so get your instruments ready, and we'll just practice the vowels again. So I will sing it and press my vowels. If you can try and sing the notes and press your vowels as well. Okay, so singing and finger in the vowels. Listen. E, E, F. Ready, copy. E, E, D, your turn. My turn. E, E, F. E, D, C. That's it. Excellent. And now let's pick up our instruments to play and copy after me, playing the notes now. So get ready, you're going to need 1 and 2 down for the E, okay? I go first. Ready, play. Right, now, you may have noticed when you were playing then that one of your valves can actually stay down for nearly the whole of the phrase there that we just played. It's only on the very last note, on the C, that you need to lift it up. So can you work it out? Just try it now with your fingers. Just be practicing your valves now from here. And just see if you can work out which valve can actually stay down the whole time until you get to that C. Do you know which valve it is? It is valve number 1, okay? Because you're using your valve number 1 for E and for F and for D. So you can try and keep that first finger down when you're changing the other notes into other notes, that you can still keep it, maintain it down. That'd be great. It's only on the last note that you need to lift it up. Right, so what we'll try is we'll have a go at putting that in to the backing track. So we'll play the backing track from the beginning again. So you get to have a go at all those C patterns that we did first, and then I want you to try your best to then add in the E patterns. All right, so I know this is quite a big step ahead just to try and do all the notes, but just do your very best with it, because we're going to try the whole track to see what you can do. Yeah, just see what you can do by the time you get to the end. If you make mistakes, don't worry about it, just try and pick it up again, and then you can then tell which bits you can play and which bits you still need to practice and work on. Right, so from the beginning, I will play along with you to help. From the beginning of the song. That's it. Good. Right, so I think what we're good to do is, for the end of our session now, is I will play the song all the way through, the backing track all the way through. I won't play along with it. I'll just let you have a go at it. If you want to stop now and just have another practice at those patterns, that's great. You may find you need to do that. But I'm going to play the whole of the backing track, which actually is played twice. So you've got the track there to play along to, okay? So this is Mr. Cool from the beginning, and it does play the song twice. So you try your best to see if you can do it twice. And that's the whole song all the way through. Okay, very well done everybody. Right, fantastic. So today we have learnt that the note F sits in the bottom space, and we've also learnt a crotchet rest, a rest which is worth 1 beat. So those are the two new things that we've done today. And obviously, the more you keep playing, the more you keep reading your music, the better you're going to get, the better you're going to sound, the better your reading's going to be as well. So just keep up the practice and try and do a little bit every day, or 5 times a week if you can. Try and aim for 5 practices in a week, that will be fantastic. And we started off by saying try to do 10 minutes, didn't we? You can now be building up a little bit more if you can. If you can only fit 10 minutes in, then that's okay. But try your best to aim to do 15 to 20 minutes now, 5 times a week. That would be great, because obviously if you just extend it a little bit, then you're building up the strength in your muscles here. you're improving your breath control, and you're improving so many different things as well alongside that if you keep playing regularly. Remember, little and often is important. Try and do little and often. Right, so I will see you again very, very soon. Thank you. Bye.